Hello everyone, this is a small bit of reviewing on this bike that I bought a year ago. It's a Rocky Mountain Element 30. See there, Element 30? And it originally comes spec'd with the Raceface Ride XC crank with the external bottom bracket. Dior front shifter, exterior. It originally come with a Dior cassette, but I've changed it for a 970 cassette, a 97 chain as well. It comes with these Shimano brakes. They're about the same as Dior. The original discs that come with it, basically a pressed looking disc. They're not flat. They weren't very good in the wet, so I've got XTR disc on the rear, centre lock. 160mm on the rear. It originally come with 160 on the front as well. I've changed to 180. I tried a 205 as well, 203 or whatever it is. That was 2 on and off, so I changed to 180. SLX or whatever disc it is. 20 quid off chain reaction, and it's perfect. Front and rear matches. I changed out the original pads. The original pads are like a resin pad. Very plasticky feeling, and they go shiny as soon as you use them. And I've changed to a more, they're called organic, but it's a bit the same kind of texture as a car brake pad, which they seem to have used for years on cars without no problem. So I'll go for them on my bike, and they work in the wet and the dry. I've had it for a year. I had to change all the bearings. Well, the top two, these two here that you can see now, they were fine. These two were both shot. Just get you a little look on the linkage there. That's the design of the rear suspension. So these were fine. These were gone. There's two in here. That one was fine, but the drive side one was absolutely gone. The wheels, Dior hubs. Now, I had problems with that when I first got it. It was too tight. Only advice I can give you is, if you buy something with a Shimano hub brand new, set your cones yourself. WTB Speed Disc XC wheels, cross country rims on Dior hubs with butted spokes, black stainless spokes. They're not well light, but they're not extremely heavy either. There's brake levers, you can set them up whatever side you like. Original handlebars were Eastern 30s, similar rise to these, but they were much narrower. And it come with like a 110mm stem on it. This is a medium, 18-inch medium, or large, I don't know. Funny sizes on the seat tube. Was it Eastern EA30 as well? I went for this because it's got the industrial looking top clamp there to match all these other bits that look quite industrial. The bearings I've got, when I changed the bearings, these top ones, it's simple. These are 61901 bearing. You can get them cheap as chips from any bearing place. Just say 61901 and 2 Al RS, because that means you're getting a double lipped rubber seal. That's what the code means. You can get 2 RS or or 2S, and they go down in sealingness. These ones are 6001 bearing. You'll find them in most engine casings, motorbikes, gearbox casings on motorbikes. 6001 bearing, simple as that. Depending on what sealing you go for, and what make you go for, and what tolerance you go for, is what you're paying for. Don't bother getting like a C3 or C4, because what they've got a lot of clearance, and they're designed for in the engine, and they're designed to be running at 110 degrees, and metal expands when it's hot, so you're not going to be spinning these up to get them up to 110 degrees for a start off, and that's Celsius, not Fahrenheit. So you'd have a little bit of play all the time. You don't really want that. These are cheap Chinese bearings. I think I paid less than £3 each for them. Down at the bottom here, you've got an Igus bush. It's called Igus. It's made by Igus. It's not plastic. It's a self-lubricating concoction of plastic and chemicals. Do not try and put any just normal plastic. Now, specifications say that the compound you need for this is an Al-280 compound. Now, if you've got one of these bikes, you'll know what I'm on about here. But in this country, in the UK, the Al-280 is actually a W300, and that's why I couldn't find them on Google anywhere apart from ordering them from America, which, considering they're like a German company that's got headquarters in the UK, I thought was quite strange myself. The original seat post was a Canadian branded quick release. I changed it because, believe it or not, I did actually ride this bike to work for a few days. Yeah, I changed to Ride stem, which matches the crank. Short one, 60mm. I've got race face Evolve handlebars. Got the auto shifters on it. The original seat was a WTB. What was it? A Rocket V, I think. Didn't seem straight. It didn't line up properly. It was just bizarre, cheap. So I put on this most comfortable saddle I've ever put my ass on, to be quite honest. What else? Headsets, bearings are a bit nah. Cheap FSA steel cup job. Could be better, but what do you expect? Considering this is a 2009, and if like me you paid a good price for it, then you'll be happy as I am, because just for the frame alone was £999 at the time when I purchased this, and I paid £1,100 for the whole bike. So I don't mind buying new things like forks and that. Anyway, these forks, Bomber 33 TST2. It's got TST2 knob on the top here. It's got increments that click in between lock and unlock. Now, I'll do another video on that, because there's an interesting thing that you can change to make these forks much better. But what I'm saying is, this doesn't do anything until you get to lock, and then it locks, and there's no blow off or anything. And originally, so the dampers in this leg and the springs in this leg. Now, the spring had a big elastomer down the middle, but I'll explain how to improve these forks in another video. Yeah, but that's it. Original tyres were WTB Werewolf, I think. Exi-Wolf, sorry. They didn't really like the British woods in the winter. They didn't seem to grip on the mud. They just floated around on the top. I've been through various tyres. I'll maybe do videos if people want to leave a comment on whatever videos or whatever. But yeah, this is one of my bikes. Very nice. Oh yeah, and an RP2 with Pro Pedal. Lovely.